Good morning, girlfriend. How are you? I'm so glad that you are here joining us. I am with Denise Grasso. Hi, Denise.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm
Yes,
so happy to be here.
we're all coming from different parts of the world. I'm in Seattle, Washington. Denise, where do you call home?
Merchantville, New Jersey, the East
Okay,
Coast.
we've got the East Coast and the West Coast today. And ladies, one of the things that is just really fun about this having a podcast going live with girlfriends is that we get to sit and have some conversations, and I call them brave conversations because they're about that everyday brave. And I remember a time, I'm just going to start off with a little story, because is there first with a question, it's there been a time in your life where you didn't experience joy? For me, it was a time when I was walking through 5 major life challenges, and I was wondering if there could be joy in the midst of all the chaos. And it was so funny because I had been a part of a church women's devotion or women's Bible study. And it was funny because it followed me along my story. And one of the sessions was called Choose Joy, or Choosing Joy. And realizing that it's a choice. It's not just something that you feel, but you have a choice. And that's what I love about this resource, Awakening Your Joy, because it's something that we can put into practice. And Denise, what I love about your resource too, is that it's simple. It's just a little simple reminder of every day. So ladies, that's what we're going to take you through today, is awakening that joy. Just think if we could experience it every day. Wouldn't that be fun? So Denise, say hello. Tell us a little bit about yourself. And then we're going to walk into, I have some questions for you. So just say hello to the ladies first.
Hi, everybody. My name is Denise Grasso. And first, Karen, I have to thank you for this opportunity, for this space, for creating this movement, because like you said, it's like none other. It's priceless. And I am so honored and blessed to be here.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about what you do. So the girls have a little kind of reason to understand why you created this little walkthrough with them.
Thank you. I am part of the Shine Circle. I am part of Debbie's Pretigers group. I have everyone that is in this resource is a Shine mentor. Yeah. I am a Shine partner, and I am so proud of that because I'm a cheerleader in this space. I celebrate the mentors. I help make people feel comfortable in this space. There's a place and a space for everyone there. And it was Debbie's invitation to come join this beautiful place. And that was my first brave yes, that I said, okay, I'll do this. And I did. And I'm so excited that I did.
Yes. So, let me just interrupt just for a second, because I want to explain to the ladies that are listening on the podcast. So our podcast is Being Brave Tour, and we have a magazine called Celebrating Being Everyday Brave. And that's what we're pulling these resources from. And so that's what Denise is talking about, is that you can get the magazine for free, download the magazine, whether it's flip style or PDF. So if you get the PDF, then you can download the worksheets like I have them here in my hot little hand, because I like to write and journal and do those things. And that's what it's filled with. It's filled with all these little fun little 10-minute resources to take a moment for yourself, girls, to take a little reflection, to find that joy, or to, there's so many different things that we can dive deeper into who we be, and the things and the actions that we take. So that's what it is. And so, yes, Debbie has brought these beautiful women together in a special edition that we did for the Brave magazine. And you are one of them. And it's so lovely to have this community come together that supports each other the way that you all do. It's just really amazing to see that shine, if you will, and to experience that. So glad that you're here. So Denise, to tell us a little bit about, I think you still were going to tell us a little bit about kind of what you do and kind of your space as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, actually, this is my launch to that. This is my very first resource that I've ever created. I know it's called the Rainbow Joy Trilogy. I am now Rainbow Joy, but I wasn't always Rainbow Joy. A little bit of my history and my story is that for years I was a caregiver to my two aging parents and to my own family. And through that process, I lost myself.
Mm-hmm.
And this process didn't happen overnight. My dad was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia in 2015. My mom, and he passed in 2022. And then my mom passed in 2023. And that was a journey that
Yeah.
I was so wrapped up in being a caregiver. I lost myself. I did not remember who I was anymore.
You know, Denise, there's so many women I'm sure that can relate. I know my parents, I'm so glad to have them here, but they're aging and they're needing more care. You know, and it takes, and I know some women have stepped full time into caring for their parents, and yet they still have, you know, maybe a spouse, they have their career or their, you know, their business, whatever that looks like, or maybe, you know, caring for grandkids. And so they're in that sandwich generation that there's multiple things pulling our time, our energy, and who we be. And so, yeah, so then we become the less priority because you've got all these other things that you have to take care of. And so it's easy to get lost in the mix.
Yeah. And I was so lost, in fact, that I was overwhelmed, stress, and anxiety were so much a part of me that my family, lovingly, mind you, nicknamed me a stress ball because that's how overwhelmed and lost I became.
Oh.
And like I said, that journey didn't happen overnight, but the healing didn't happen overnight either.
Mm-hmm.
But what changed? My circumstances didn't change. My awareness changed. That is what changed.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we call our pivot point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what did that look like for you? What was there kind of like, wait, I can't keep going this anymore, or what did that look like for you?
It looked like October 7th, 2023, the day that my mom died.
Oh.
I was there and I was like, God, okay, help me. That's what I said. I said, help me. And then, so as crazy as this might sound, what I heard is what saved my life. I heard breathe. And that started the whole healing journey. It was as simple as that. One pause, one breath. And in that breath, I found peace. And I knew in that moment, if I could find peace, I could and did find my joy through that pause, through that breath, through that practice. Didn't happen overnight. Like I said, that was 2023. This is 2026. And this is a practice I do every single day. And like you said, Karen, which is so important, it's a choice though. Had I not chose that pause, that breath, I would not have made the choices that I did. I would not be here. I would not have created this resource.
Yeah.
And I would not be able to share it.
Yeah. And Denise, one of the things that I'm picking up on here too, that you said that I think is important is that you had something that you were walking towards. You wanted to have joy. So you had something in your mind's eye that it was out there. It's like, you know what? I want to experience joy. As I was walking through my life transitions and a really tough time in my life, I had it on a piece of paper every day that I wanted to, on the other side, wanted to be whole and healthy and walk with dignity and grace. That was my little note. I read it every single morning. So I was able to have some steps to get there. And I called it creating my new beautiful life. So when people were asking, well, what do you want? I said, I'm just creating my new beautiful life. I'm creating my new, and that includes joy or whatever that was for me. So ladies, if joy is something for you, maybe you're not experiencing it right now, but you can. First, Let's awaken, go, hey, yeah, I would like some joy in my life. And what might that, and you don't even have to know what it looks like because we're going to feel it. We're going to walk through this little exercise. And like I said, you can print this off. We'll give you all the links. It's free. Just a little moment for you. Take that pause, like Denise was talking about. So let's talk first of all about this wake up ritual.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us there's 5 steps. So let's kind of just walk through it.
Yeah, it's so simple. I mean, you wake up, you open your eyes, and the first thing I do is I say thank you. Literally, I say thank you. I hope you can hear me. Yeah,
yes, I can hear you.
That's fine. Yeah, my camera is external. It's okay. The second one is I put my hands on my heart and I take that breath. And I feel myself coming back to present. I don't think about what I have to do that day. I stay inside. Divine Spirit, I give you permission to move me in the direction of my highest good and the highest good of all. That's my next step. And then I let go. You have to let go and surrender. And that's that. And then this last step, what I love to do is thank God in advance for this joyful, miraculous day.
Yeah.
Because if I wake up and breathe, then there's a purpose. I know there's something miraculous that's going to happen.
Well, I'm glad you added that last part, and hopefully your camera will come back on here too, so the girls can see you. But I'm kind of step right through those steps again. This first step was awaken with gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this day. I am breathing. I am here. I have a purpose. Step 2, hands on your heart, and a sacred breath. We don't always just, pause to breathe. I remember one time a doctor told me, he goes, you hold your breath. I'm like, I had no idea. Mm-hmm. I would literally, I get tense. I'm thinking, and the whole day. And so I purposely now have to sometimes tell myself to breathe, especially when I've got a lot going. And then that divine permission, whoever that is for you, I thank God, that Holy Spirit within me and giving permission to move me in the direction of my highest good today. Those are some great words, because sometimes we don't know what to say, but if we can just kind of follow a little script, it's easy. And then, like you said, step 4 is that trust and surrender. Help me to listen, hear, trust, obey. I think the surrender part is the hardest part for me.
Me too.
Because I want to be in control.
That was one of my,
Yes. And then to say thank you. Thank you in advance for joy. I love this, for joyful surprises and miracles in this day. Mm-hmm. Isn't that beautiful, girlfriends? I love that. Sometimes we don't always know what to, those little things. And some of you are just great with words. I am not. Sometimes I need a little script to help me through, just so I could have that by my bedside.
And the miracles aren't big. I mean, the miracles can be the sun rising. I mean, the sun setting. Your body, your hands, your legs. I mean, they're all miraculous because there's not everybody has that.
Yes. And Denise, do you notice as you've started doing this, have you kind of noticed those little miracles throughout the day more now?
More and more every day.
Yeah.
The sun is shining brighter. The colors are more vibrant and crisp. Everything. The bird song is more melodic. Every single thing. Not one aspect of my life hasn't been made better since I started doing this.
Isn't that interesting? So then you go, our next page, girls, if you're flipping the page, is the presence pause, an hourly alignment reset. I think this is great because you can incorporate a couple different things. And so we've had 4 issues of our magazine so far. And this particular, and it's funny how they're kind of following each other, because there was one by Kelly White that was the habit stacker. So girls, if you're doing the habit stacker, here's a new habit you can add to your set, and you set your alarm.
I just looked at mine. I have 11 minutes and 58 seconds before it goes off.
Okay.
I live by this timer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So girls, when you set your timer, you can walk through this. I mean, it literally takes you 2 seconds.
Exactly.
And maybe there's another habit. Maybe you need to get up and move. So in this particular issue too, in the Be Extraordinary Women's Network issue and Shine Circle, Ashley also has a little paradiddle that we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
I
You
love
could
that.
so you can pause and breathe and have this gratitude and find the joy, and then you can move, and then you can maybe have your healthy snack or
Yeah.
whatever it is. So take us through this hourly alignment. What does this look like?
Yeah. I personally set my timer for 1 hour, but you can set it for whatever time frame you want. It can be morning, noon, and night. It can be whatever is most convenient for you. It can be more than 1 hour. It can be every half hour. Like I said, just customize it to what works for you. I'm a teacher too, so it goes off every hour and I can easily tap it. What I like to do, if I have the time, first thing when my timer goes off, is I obviously pause and breathe to bring you back to present. And then what I like to do is I have something I say, I am so blessed. And if I can, I raise my hands to heaven. I am so blessed. That's what I say.
Mhm.
Then my next line is I am so loved. And I either I like to do this, I like to do this, or I actually physically will hug myself. And
Yeah.
then the last thing I do is I put my hands on my heart and I say, I am so joyful and happy.
Oh.
And that I do that. And when I'm at school and I can't do that, what I'll do, I say it silently to myself. I will look up and then I'll just do this because they don't know what I'm doing. The
Right.
kids are like, I'm like, oh, it's a little chilly in here, but yeah. So that's
Yes. Well, you
and
remind
I
me
always thank you. Always
Yeah.
gratitude.
Always end with that. Thank you. I love that.
Yes.
So one of the things that you did where you grab your face,
Yeah.
my grandmother used to do that. She would just say, "I love you, darling."
Mine
And
too.
so and so every once in a while I'll just do that. "I love you, darling."
I know.
Because it
It
makes me feel
matters.
so warm and fuzzy. And when you say things like that, notice, girls, if you have a smile on your face, it brings a smile, and then that's where you get to feel that joy.
Yeah. It is. And you probably in the beginning, it's going to sound funny and you might not believe it, but keep doing it because the more you do it, the more you're going to believe it.
Love it.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're just going to walk through it real quick again. So the girls get it. Step 1, set your timer.
Yes.
For whatever that looks like for you.
Yep.
Step 2, pause and breathe. We're doing words of breathing again. And coming, and I love how you said that, because it brings you back to present.
Yes.
And so our heads are all in our computers, we're creating, we're talking, we've been on Zooms, all these things. And to just bring us back to where we are. I love that because I know I need that break from the computer. Step 3, a movement or gesture. So girls, give yourself a hug, grab your face, whatever, tap your heart, whatever that looks like for you.
Exactly. Customize it.
Rub your hand, like, oh, I've got you, girl, whatever that looks like for you. And have a little mantra, whatever that looks, what speaks to you. I'm blessed. I'm so loved. I am so joyful and happy. I would love to hear what other women would be saying to themselves. I am so blessed. And I do say that often with what I have. And I sometimes have to stop and really kind of look at what it is that I feel blessed about. I'm so blessed to have this darling little boutique condo. I'm so blessed to have my bike or, so I can get out and enjoy the fresh air or whatever that looks like. And then step 5, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Always
gratitude. All
gratitude.
the blessings. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we are just going to be filled with joy, girlfriends. What is the world going to do with us?
That's right.
What if this is a ripple effect of joy, a ripple effect of positivity. People are asking in today's world, what can we do? Well, this is a really great step to start sharing the love, sharing the joy with other people when you've got it within you.
Yes. And it's so simple.
What might that do? Yes. And so then we end with a journal page, which is always fun to take a little time to write. Sometimes we need to hear things, we need to see things, and sometimes we need to write it. And the last step is always that I like to incorporate sometimes too, is to share it with a girlfriend.
Yes.
You're sharing your joy, if you will.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so you have a couple just fun little journal prompts to bring a little joy and sparkle into your reflection moments.
Yes. I'm actually flipping through it with you. Yep.
And how to do that. So, and you create kind of an atmosphere, an environment.
Yes.
So to turn on a song that lifts your spirit. So Denise, what's a song what's a one of your go-tos? Do you have one that comes to mind?
I like so many. There's this is gonna there's I like Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks, and she has this theme song, and I just always joy is the key. It's called Joy, Joy, Joy. It's all there for you. You
Oh,
know, and joy is the key. That is one of my favorite. I love that.
uh-huh.
Um, I love anything Wizard of Oz, like Follow the Yellow Brick Road, Somewhere Over the Rainbow
Oh,
is one of my
yes.
absolute favorites.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like to put on Spotify or the radio, and I trust that whatever comes on is going to be what I want to hear. And 9 out of 10 times it is. I don't
Yeah.
like to choose just one because there's way too many to pick.
Oh, I know.
I
Yeah.
even like to go to Suno and make my own.
Yeah. So, and if the girls are listening too, they put in the comments what's yours. Maybe we need
Yes.
there's someone looking for a new kind of song to bring that joy, to bring that, um,
Yes.
or something to kind of get us like thinking, or as we're going into our journaling, and you choose, and you say choose something that makes you sway, smile, and sing out
Yes.
loud your
Move.
brave anthem of the day. When I first started this the movement of celebrating 1 million women being brave, my go-to song was by Helen Reddy, I Am Woman. Because if you really listen to those words,
Yes.
there is, wisdom out of our pain and all these things.
Yes.
I could so relate to
I
what
love
it
that.
was all about. And what fun. And then, light a candle,
Mhm.
create this beautiful atmosphere, whatever makes you feel warm and cozy and fuzzy inside.
Say fuzzy socks. Got to have my fuzzy socks.
Have fuzzy socks, so I love it. Yeah. So what else could girls do to create that warm environment for journaling?
Whatever they love. Have coffee, have tea, have a glass of wine, whatever they prefer. I mean, a candle, a diffuser, a
Mhm.
soft blanket, a pillow, lie down. You don't have to sit up, lie down. Your dog, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you peace, that's what you do. Make it your own. I like PJs too.
Yes. And then I love what you said too. Do a little movement before you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Just a stretch. It could be that simple as, and it's funny. I like to just do body moves, like body weight, like even just like a squat, up and down,
Oh,
up and down. I like to do something like that too. Um, just to activate my muscles,
uh-huh.
and I just something simple,
Yeah.
nothing,
Love
and
it.
that changes too. I like
Yeah.
to do that when I stand up too. When I first stand up, I'll do a couple of squats just to incorporate that movement into my day.
Uh-huh.
Because I work with Ashley too, and I do those tap steps too. So
Yes. Yes.
that's
We
fun.
can do a little tap step, or
Absolutely.
yes, one of our other ladies, Sonia, she talks about doing, if you set your alarm and did even 5 squats
Absolutely.
every hour, just,
I recently started doing that. Yeah,
yeah,
I started. Yeah.
yeah. So we're all going to be fit. We're going to have lots
Yep.
of joy. We're going
Wall
to be
push-ups too. Yeah.
wall push-ups. There you
Yeah.
go. Good stuff. So Denise, thank you. So tell me, what would you like the ladies to get out of your this reflection that you've put together? What would you like them to walk away with?
Um, I want them to remember who they are really at their core. I want them to know that peace is a practice that
Oh,
you can easily do through your breath. One breath is all it takes to come back to peace. And when you find that peace, that's when you awaken your joy. And I just have to say this too, because saying yes to this was one of my bravest steps.
oh,
Creating this resource to help people remember who they are. And Debbie said something, and it was, I don't want anyone to be, I'm so glad, I'm so glad I wrote the best kept secret.
yeah.
And what I feel is that I don't want to leave this world and wonder what if.
Mm.
So, Karen, this movement and this resource was my brave yes.
Yeah.
And I want to help every woman remember hers too with this. That's my goal. So thank you.
Whew, whew.
Thank
Taking
you.
it to heart. You are very welcome. And this is what this walk forward, this magazine is a service. You have come and you're giving these ladies a gift. Because I know there's someone out there that maybe is struggling, that doesn't have their joy. And I love what you said, to find your peace, and it's how did you say that? I'm going to have to go back and listen now.
It's a practice.
It's a practice. Okay. Peace is a practice. And then that opens that space for joy.
Yes.
So, oh my goodness, isn't that, ladies, if you don't take anything else away, that's the golden nugget right there.
Yeah, I'm the living proof of that.
Yeah. And the women who are listening, you don't have to walk alone.
No.
You don't have to find your joy on your own. You don't have to find your peace on your own. We think we have to do all these things. It's like, oh, I should be able to do this because I'm smart and I'm all these. Yes, you are. You're brilliant. You're beautiful. You've got all these, you've got wisdom. But sometimes we just need a little guide, a little somebody maybe holding your hand and just going, you know what, you've got it. And you're going through a lot. And you don't have to do it all.
And it's okay to feel how you feel. It's okay.
Yes. Yes.
There's no bad emotion. There's no bad emotion.
Yeah. And I always thought I had to feel a particular way. Oh, you're supposed to feel this way when you walk through this, or you're supposed to feel this way. And then you're supposed to get over it and all these should have, would have.
Yes.
And what if we just, like you said, pause and just be in that present moment for a bit and breathe.
Yeah. I know that joy lives in every emotion. It's behind every emotion. There's always joy. You just have to breathe and find it.
Yeah. And find it in that moment, even during those hard times, ladies, there's joy, and it's not always apparent. And sometimes we have to seek it. And so, oh my goodness, so many beautiful things. Thank you for coming and joining us today. And ladies, I encourage you to just pop over to the magazine. We'll put in the comments, the links to the magazine. It's free. You can just download it. There's, I'm offering right now the link without even subscribing. So we're not even gathering your emails. My goal is to get this magazine, these little golden nuggets of the gifts from these women, into your hands so you can take a brave step. And Denise, if somebody wanted to walk through this little resource with you, where would they connect with you?
Just through my email. It's all in the resource. Just reach out there. That's the easiest way.
Yes.
Who knows from there where I go.
Yeah, exactly, ladies. So you can walk through. We are different here in our Brave magazine and our Brave tour, that you can reach out to the ladies who wrote the resource and walk through that resource itself with them. I don't know any other magazine that does that you get to talk to the person and actually walk through that with them. So, and so many good things. Denise, anything else you'd like to leave the ladies with before we sign off?
You can do it. I mean, there's nothing that you can't do, and joy is attainable. It's always there. Like I said, peace is the practice and joy is the outcome. And there it is. You can do it. You can do it. And I'd be happy to walk you through it.
Yeah. So girls, awaken your joy, and we'll see you next time.
Yes. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Denise, for being with us today.